Hello everyone and welcome back to Life Transformation UK, or if you're here for the first time, welcome to Life Transformation UK. My name is Ben and it's my mission with this channel to help you achieve your freedom through confidence. And in today's video, I want to talk about how you can start to open up to other people in terms of your thoughts and your feelings and your emotions, because this is one of the most important things that you can be doing to raise your self-esteem, is just being open and honest with not just yourself but also with others about what you are feeling and what you are thinking. And by allowing yourself to be vulnerable and authentic, you are building your self-esteem over time. So if you're excited to learn more about how you can start to open up to others, then make sure that you watch this video all the way to the end. And if you do find this content useful, make sure to leave a like on the video, because it really helps to support the channel. It really helps to boost the video within the YouTube algorithm, and also to let me know whether or not I'm doing a good job as a content creator as well. So if you wouldn't mind leaving a like on the video if you do find it useful. And let's actually now jump into how you can start to open up to other people in your life. So for me, my first experience with really opening up to what I was thinking, what I was feeling, came when I was in counselling, when I was in therapy. And I was in therapy for about 18 months, sometimes on and off, but the overall period was about 18 months. And during that time, I really managed to get in touch with what it was that I was feeling, what I was thinking, how I was getting to certain conclusions, and really what was going on in my life. And it came to a point where I realized that if I was going to get to the next level of self-improvement, of working on myself, then I had to start to talk to other people about what was actually going on for me, what my thoughts and what my feelings were. And the first people that I wanted to talk to were my parents. So my counsellor and we worked for a few weeks on exactly how I was going to go about that, really getting me into the right mindset, so that when I eventually did go and speak to my parents about basically what had happened to me for the last 5 years, because we hadn't really had that kind of conversational relationship at the time, that I could be prepared for that conversation and whatever might come from it. And I did have this conversation with my parents. We sat down for about 3 or 4 hours and just kind of hashed everything out. I spoke a lot about what had happened to me and what my thoughts and feelings were and where things were coming from. And it all went really, really well. And from there, I was able to start opening up to more people about what was going on in my life, creating a better support network, creating higher quality friendships and relationships in my life. And I would like to say that everything has been uphill from there. There have of course been peaks and valleys, but that one experience of really opening up to, in this case, my parents, really helped me with learning how to do that for other people in my life. So if you want to prepare yourself for opening up to other people in your life, then here are a few things for you to bear in mind when you are preparing to do that. And the first thing is that you are going to need to be honest with yourself before you can be honest with other people. You have to be completely honest with how it is that you are feeling, the thoughts that you're having, what's going on in your life. You have to be 100% honest with yourself first. Otherwise, if you're not honest with yourself, then you're not really sharing who you are with other people. So no matter what kind of troubles you're going through, whatever problems you're having in your life, make sure that you're being honest with yourself about what your experience is of things right now, and then you can move forward from there. Now, the next thing to note is that you should be doing this out of love for yourself, because it is the best thing that you can do is to really share what's going on in your life with the people who are important to you, because in that way you're not actually hiding what's going on. You're just saying, this is me, this is the way that I am, this is what's going on in my life. And you kind of put it into a take it or leave it scenario. But in that case, having been honest with yourself, coming from a place of self-love, that is a really, really great way to improve your self-esteem, because you are saying to yourself, in a sense, that you are a person of worth, and by making that bold statement about yourself, you are reinforcing that message, and that is what will raise your self-esteem over time. The next thing is that you are going to have to embrace the vulnerability of the situation, because it will be initially quite scary, especially if you kind of like I was, hadn't really had much experience with really opening up about what I was feeling and what was happening with me emotionally and what was going on in my life. I was very much a closed book to the majority of people. So I didn't really have that experience, and it was very scary for me to put myself in a situation of vulnerability where I didn't know what the outcome was going to be. I didn't know if there was going to be a hugely negative reaction or a backlash, or if it would be a hugely positive reaction, or if it would be something in between. But by fully embracing that vulnerability, I was able to get past it. I was able to remind myself that I was going to come out of the other end of it stronger, regardless of the situation. If there had been a negative reaction, if there had been a positive reaction, whatever would have happened, I know that I would have come out of that situation as a stronger person. And I did come out of that situation as a stronger person. So that is what you need to remind yourself, is that this vulnerability now will build strength and character for later. So if you can embrace it, you'll be able to move forward with your life much faster than you have been able to do before. One of the most important things to remember with this is that you are going to want to pick someone that you trust for the first time that you do this. Or it could be the case that this is somebody that you've built up trust with over time. Whatever it is, just find somebody that you know that it is somebody that you can trust on a certain level before you go forward with this in your life. For me, I knew that I could trust my parents not to just share whatever it was that I was going to say to the world and just tell everyone that I knew just kind of what was actually going on in my life. I knew that I could trust them to keep it between them and me, and that really helped me with really overcoming the vulnerability of the situation. So you definitely want to pick somebody that you know that you can trust, and that is going to help to eliminate some of the fear surrounding really opening yourself up emotionally to other people. And if it is that this is somebody that you are just now building trust with, what I would highly recommend is to start small. Just start entrusting them with small things, small parts about your life, and not just kind of throwing all the cards on the table all at once, because you don't want to be in a position where you are just flooding another person with kind of what's going on in your life, your feelings, your emotions. Even though it might feel good to do so at the time, it might be cathartic. If it is that is too much for the other person, then you wouldn't really be serving yourself in that way. And it kind of sounds weird for me to say that you should kind of start small and limit the things that you are sharing. It seems like it goes against the message of the video, but by starting small and just working your way through it with a person that you're trying to build trust with, you are going to have the opportunity to build a much more lasting relationship in that way. Because if you think about it, if you kind of just recently met somebody and suddenly they just started sharing everything in their life to you, you might feel a little bit overwhelmed. You don't really know how to deal with that situation. So we want to also preserve the relationships that we're in and not make the other person feel kind of overwhelmed in that situation. So that's why I recommend starting small and not flooding another person with all of your emotions and thoughts and feelings. And just remember that there are going to be cases where there are going to be bad reactions to you sharing your thoughts and feelings. I've had situations where I've shared kind of what I've been thinking and feeling with other people, and they've straight up told me that they didn't care. And at the time, kind of that disappointed me. It made me a little bit angry, but it was also a lesson that I was able to learn from. I was able to say, well, this person probably isn't somebody that I should be sharing with. And I was able to take that experience and apply it to future relationships and adjust my approach so that when I felt like it was time to share, I was sharing the right amount to the right person at the right time. So just expect that there are going to be bad reactions, but as I said, through making yourself vulnerable and working through these situations authentically, you are building strength of character, and that is going to be hugely important to the development of your healthy self-esteem over the course of your life. And then the final thing with this, as with everything, is to just expand your comfort zone over time. So starting with maybe just one person that you share and open up with, as I did with my counselor, and then widening it to the next circle of people, and then again and again, and slowly expanding your comfort zone. So for me, I started off with the counselor, and then I opened up to my parents, and then to some of my friends, and then to some of my siblings, and just expanded that comfort zone of opening myself up emotionally over a long period of time. And that's what really worked for me, and I'm sure that by slowly expanding your comfort zone, that is what will work well for you as well. So I hope you have found this video useful. I hope you will take the lessons and the points in this video and apply them to your life so that you can start to open up more to other people, because it is hugely rewarding to share what is going on with your life, especially with people that you can trust and with people that really care about you. And I know that this will be hugely beneficial for your self-esteem as you start to practice this. So I hope you have found this video useful. If you have done, please make sure to leave a like, because it really helps to support the channel, to boost the video within the YouTube algorithm, and to let me know if I'm doing a good job as a content creator. If you have any thoughts or any questions, you can feel free to leave them in the comments section below, and I will do my best to answer every single one as soon as I possibly can. And if you're new to Life Transformation UK, make sure that you are subscribed to the channel. I put out 3 videos every week: Monday for self-esteem, Wednesday for self-confidence, and then Friday for more general self-improvement. So if you're interested in any topics like that, make sure that you are subscribed to Life Transformation UK. But otherwise, thank you very much for making it all the way to the end of this video, and I look forward to seeing you in future videos very soon.